Hello, Super Robot Wars fans. It's Speedball Haou, and today I'm here to do my review from the Goodsmilecompany's moderoid line, Mazinkaiser Haou, and because Mazinkaiser. Now, the reason why I decided to do both of them today was because since I was going to be doing you Mazinkaiser Haou, I figured why not throw in Mazinkaiser just because. All right. Now, for those who did not know this, the Mazinkaiser Haou, I believe, is to be an original design by a Goodsmilecompany because I have tried my best to look up how and any history on it, as in being what was it based on, where did it come from, as in like a manga exclusive, game exclusive, etc. And I could not find anything offhand. I mean, if there is something, please leave in the comments. But I could not find anything. So I truly believe this is an original design because this isn't the only variation of Mazinkaiser that the Modroid line has. Because for those who didn't know, this kit and mold has been used now at least 4 separate times, but with 5 releases. And the reason why I say 5 out of 4 is because 4 of them are different variations, but the 5th one is a re-release variation of the original, but with more armor. Or you could pretty much call it a full armored Mazinkaiser, because that's what it is. It's the same kit, but with new weapons, new armor, and all that attached onto it, and you can detach and all that and such. But as for how, and there's the Mazinkaiser Liger, and lastly the Mazinkaiser SKL version that was just, I believe, is going to be released either soon or before winter time. I know that. I can't remember offhand when that one's supposed to be coming out, but I know it's this year. But the cool part is that this company not only has released Mazinkaiser, but the fact that they decided to take it, in this case, 2 steps further by creating their own variations. Because as I mentioned a second ago about the Mazinkaiser Liger, he too is an original design, but he's based on a different mecha anime entirely. So that I'll explain that more once I get that kit. But for now, for how, I have not been able to find any other variations or kits, animes, mangas, anything that I can find offhand that would, be the inspiration for how. But I'm pretty sure that there's definitely something out there that would be it, besides the obvious samurai, Bushido, and, Marsh and his setup that you see him as. So yeah, but I'm pretty glad to have built him. I've had fun with him, and he's definitely a good variation of Mazinkaiser. I mean, he's pretty cool, and they both use pretty much the same mold as in body and such. The only difference is that when you get him compared to Kaiser, you'll get extra stuff with How. And to show you my one point, you get the Kaiser sword from the original Mazinkaiser kit. The only thing you don't get, sadly, is the jewels that you need for the sword. Here, let me bring this in closer so you can see it. Yeah. Sadly, you do not get the jewel parts for this. Sadly, you do not. But you will also get extra wrists and other parts that the original kit came with. Like these kits, because these are the original wrists. Because for this guy, he comes with new wrists for reasons, and I'll show you what those are in a bit. But first, let me show you some of his other extras you get with him. Because you almost could make another Mazinkaiser with these extra parts. You're just missing certain parts for details, mostly. For example, you got the extra vernier components for the Kaiser Skrander. You got the original faceplate of Mazinkaiser, and the attachment part for it, for the Skrander. And of course, you get the original waist section. So you, like I said, you could. I'm trying to focus this. Sorry. There you go. As you can see, you get the original waist of Kaiser. So you could have just, if you didn't want the side skirts that this kit comes with, and the special and the customized waist, you could just go with the original if you wanted. And of course, because of the way the kit's set up, you do actually get another headpiece for him. I'm trying to remember the name of this. I'm so sorry. Oh, I know this. The booster unit that goes in for the cockpit section of, well, all the Mazins and Mazingers. You actually get a duplicate in this kit because of the parts you need from this guy. So you'll get an extra one of that if you just want to have fun customizing it. Then, of course, you actually get 2 complete shoulder armors. This here is the complete set, at least for this part. The only part you're missing is the jewel piece for this piece right here. But you'll get a complete setup for both arms. See? So that's pretty cool. I mean, if you wanted to just do that, you could. If not, you just got extra parts to, play around with. Maybe you have another kit out there that you want to make look like Mazinger, Kaiser, and so on. That'd be pretty cool. And such. And of course, he comes with hands. Both of them pretty much use the same hand sets. As you can see right here. Got open, let's see, fist, and of course the sword wielding hands. And a spare hand for a spare cover that you could swap out for angled wise for the hand sword, for the sword hand. And of course the main guy himself. Now, as I said, this kit was released with special wrists because of these chain bits right here. They're actually held together with metal rings right there that you attach onto this plastic chain setup. So that's pretty dang cool. And of course, this Kaiser is different because he actually has a faceplate. And I mean a mouth. So that's pretty cool. And of course, you get this giant sword. Now, just so you know, the silver you see on mine is painted. The original color will be what the handle is. I just wanted to paint it this awesome silver. And of course, if you didn't want it in that form, you could put the sword back in its hilt and you got its Haou sword. At least I believe that's what it's called. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Now, of course. And of course, he does have full articulation. One thing you should know is that when you first build them, they're going to be stiff. Because mine were stiff when I, put them together. Of course, he does have full leg articulation. You can bend them out that far, and such. Now, what's cool about these guys, they have really good waist articulation. See? Look at this. Look at them go. I mean, both of them have it, so that's what's pretty cool. All their Mazinkaisers are based the same, so they all have this really cool waist articulation. All the way up, because it's double jointed. You got a joint down here and one up here, so it's really cool. See? You can literally do that. Pelvic thrust, I thrust at you. And of course, his other unique weapons are these swords he carries on the side. Small blades, but what's cool is that both of them can combine right here at the handle. 1 second. Sorry about this. I'm trying to get this in for you guys. There you go. Both of them come in like this, so you could actually combine them together. So he can wield both in one hand while wielding his giant sword. Now, can I recommend the Mazin or Kaisers here to you guys? Yeah, I can definitely recommend it. If you're a fan of Mazinkaiser, you'll definitely like Mazinkaiser Haou. Like I said before, they're designed to be interchangeable. In fact, it even shows it right here on his manual. Right here. If you open to the book, here we go. As you can see right there. Special art, stances, his weapon holding, and even hidden ninja stars that are in under his armor. course, based on his predecessor, Kaiser. Then you got Haou, and as I mentioned, Liger. And of course, as you can see from this image rendering, you can completely customize their units. And as you can see right here in the images, you can completely customize all the Mazingers together with different variations, as you can see here. Because as you can see, that's the Kaiser sword, the Haou sword, Skronder in reverse on his back, and Liger with Haou armor. As you can see, the red sections are from Liger, but the armor is from Haou. So that's what's unique about these guys. They made them interchangeable between each variation. Now I can't say if the SKL variation can do that. I'm sure it can, but yeah, I can't tell you right now since I don't have one to compare with. But I could definitely say if you're interested in this style of both Kaisers, Mazingers, and just the samurai look of him, you'll definitely like this guy. I'm betting that right now. And if you're a fan, of course, of the classic Mazinkaiser, you'll definitely like this guy. He's got good detail, good articulation. I've had no problems with parts. See, I'm shaking them right now. Same with Haou. They both are the same. The only thing I could tell you would be loose are the two swords on the side. But other than that, you know, I've had no problems. They both have full leg movements and such. And as you can see here, fully painted faces. Same with Haou. And like I said, chest pieces are interchangeable between the two guys. So that's cool. And of course, you can, if you want, separate Mazinkaiser from Kaiser Skronder. And as mentioned, you can attach that to both variations. This is, of course, a peg stand for a stand piece and such. And this has just little articulation, but it's definitely not bad. It does what it needs to do, being that it's supposed to just be a booster. But as you can see, attaches simply on the back. And both kits have these attachments. The only difference is Haou gives you a secondary cover part that you put on so you can attach the sword to his back instead of Skronder. But you just simply remove that, and of course you can put Skronder on. So yeah, I could totally recommend these guys for you if you're interested. And like I said, Kaiser here comes in 2 releases, the standard and the full armor variation. Or if you just want the armor, they did sell that separately too. If you just wanted to customize some of these other guys, the other variations, I think you can, no problem. So yeah, that's all I can truly say. I like them. I hope you guys will like them. And all I could say is I thank you all for coming. I hope you're all doing good. I hope your families are good. And I hope you're all enjoying your hobby as I do. And I hope everyone has a good day.